I highly recommend the Dr. Dish iC3 Rebounding System. If you would like, you can go to links below. Setting up Dr. Dish iC3 Shot Trainer. Let's see how easy it is to set up and review it. Got to have keys on you. Cut the tape. Yeah, it's like instructions, netting, packaging stuff. So let's get to it. Let's open up this. It's one giant manual here. We need 10 and 8 looks like it goes together. Not seeing if it's labeled. Okay, we have this piece, one of the pieces we want. So we take piece 10. These things do not seem to be labeled at all. Okay, this is piece 10. We slide these small pieces into there. So these ones go into there. Okay, this is piece 8. That slides into there, like so. Okay, that comes together. Then we're going to need all of our tools, screws. Our screws. So now we got 8 of the screws going in there. We need this small piece. Looks like it goes forward. So these little things here. So there we go. These go on the inside, right? So they go on these and these holes here. Okay, we'll just set those on top right now. Set that on top. Let's get screws this to hold this in place. They're all 8s. Okay, so okay, let's see. Are they labeled at all? No label. No label. No label. Okay, so we have to use this sheet here. This sheet shows what is what. So it looks like there's check marks on all these pieces. 8 is a ramp. Actually, this is just a thing saying each piece. So that's a waste. So go back in the booklet here and go find 8. So 8 is the nut and 9 is the bolt. So we want, that's a 15. So we need a 15 to go through there. So what's a 15? 15, it'd be so much easier if they just put stickers on these packages. Where's a 15? That's not a 15. That looks like a 15. All right, so those are 8s and those are 15s, I'm guessing, or that's a 9. So then the 15s would go through. Oh, I got to go back to this page. So this is a 15 through here. Boom. And then this would connect to there on the inside. 15 here, like that. But this has to be faced. We want this to face this way. All right. So that little lip is coming forward. So then 15s go through there. This fall off. So that's a 15. That's a 15. And now these would be 8s, right? Which are just a little shorter. 8s would go through this, or this is a 9. 9 here like that. 9 here like that. And then we need the nuts. Where are the nuts? The nuts are all the same sizes. Here like so. Let's just make sure. So yeah, these are all. The nuts are the 8s. Again, stickers on the packages would be so much easier. Put a nut on that one. This one doesn't go all the way through. How does that even work? Sure that's right? Maybe this is wrong. Here. Reverse these two. That goes through like that, maybe. This one is longer, would go through here. So then that fits here. And this one would go there. Let's see if they're labeled on tops. Does not seem to be labeled on top either. So now we know the long one So we have this, the long one, the short one goes across, the long one goes through, so it connects that. So now we need 2 nuts. And just hand screw these in, and then we can tighten them later, just so we know everything's good and not messed up. Okay, so that's that. So I think that's step 1. Yeah, step 1's complete. There we go. So now we want to, here's actually the hardware thing that you can measure it on. So yeah, an 8 is there, a 9 is longer than a 15. Like we just figured out. Good to know. Way too many different ways to try to figure this out. Would be easier if they just put stickers on the packages. Let's see. So step 2, now we want to fasten the wheels here. So they're already attached here. So we take this one. Doesn't matter what direction it seems to go. Let's just do this. So this goes through here like this and that. And the wheel's already there. So we unscrew. Obviously, it's too tight for us to unscrew on our own. Let's see, did they provide us any tools? I'm not seeing any tools in here for us to get us to be able to fix this, put this together. Makes no sense why they'd tighten that so much. There's no tools that you can use that it comes with, right? No tools. No tools. No tools. Okay, there's no tools. So I need to go get some tools to actually be able to put this together. So I'll be right back. Okay, now I got my tools. Now I can start working on some of this stuff. Since it didn't come with its own tools. Okay, now the wheel spins. So first thing we do. So I missed this. So instead it's number 15. Which ones were 15? I think these were 15. Which ones are longer? These ones or those ones? Nope, those are 8s. Like I said, if they just had it labeled on the package, it would save you tons of time. So we're going to go this through here, that through there. Same thing. This needs to get wide enough. Does this go on the inside? So this goes on the inside. I'm going to prop this little muscle. Throw that in there, feed that in. There you go. Found the hole for that. So that goes in. Then, of course, that's not long enough because we need the longer ones, of course. So that's the 15s. Even though this shows that it's going through that like that. That one's going through there, I guess. 15. 15 is the longer one. Those are 14s. This does not make sense, of course. So it shows that. 1. Fasten the lower brace 11 to the lower frame. Use 2 MX 45 bolts. M6 45. Okay. So the instructions are wrong. So, but it's labeled correctly, so you need to be able to pull this out, right? And put one of these longer ones in. Of course, so let's get this one long, get one in like so. So that's good. Let's just put a nut on it so it stays. This has to be in front. There we go, like that. Get this one out of there. Push this one through here. Not a great design unless you want to pinch yourself a bunch. So now that's there. Let's put a nut on this. Now this one. Oh yeah, nice. Drew a bunch of blood. Always good. And then goes 8 and then another 15. So 8 and then a 15 would be the smaller ones. Let's see, these are the smaller ones. This goes through here like that. It goes through like that. Wow, got tons of blood coming out of me. Really did a number there. Thanks, China. Okay, that looks good. So that's in place. Okay, cool. Now to step 3. Insert horizontal frame. This is horizontal frame. We can now set this up like this. Move this out of the way. So horizontal frame. Just go 8s and 9s here. So how's that work? How does this go? They're like that. Right? And 8s and 9s just go through that. So what's an 8? And what's a 9? 9 are the little longer ones. Cool. And it's longer than 8. They go like this. Okay, let's get back to recording this. See if we can finish this. It's probably a little hot. Last thing we were is going to get these things on. So these things go on by here. We're finally on page 4. Set up this. So these are 13 and 8. Which ones are 13? 13 here are these short ones. Looks like that's not 13. Yeah, these are 13, so these come in here like this. Looks like it doesn't matter which side they go on. Doesn't matter what side they go on. Find the other one. I think this is it right here. And 8 are all the nuts. So we got a nut here, a nut here. I'll make sure you hold on to your nuts, otherwise it creates problems. Just hand tighten those for now. Let's see. So that's on there. Actually, I did that wrong. These go on the outside, so not sure why they wouldn't just have these already installed. You notice we messed up a few times putting these things together. If you do this all the time, obviously you become really good at it. But that's why we don't screw it all the way tight first. We screw it part of the way and get it just in, then we double check. So those are on the outside. That looks good. Okay, step 5. Fasten L bracket. L bracket. What is the L bracket? That's this thing here. Right? L bracket. Boom. It's hot. 14 and 8. Go through there like that. Here. So this goes like that. Okay, cool. So then we need 14. Which one's 14 here? No, 14 is the longer screws, or the really long screws. That's not 14. These are 9s. 14 and a nut. So this goes like this. We're here. That goes forward like. Careful getting your microphone stuck. The magnet on it. So that goes in there. Is there another 14 here? Here, so that goes in here. And the holes aren't lined up, of course. That'd be too easy. That's in that like that. Boom, boom. So that's together. Okay, that's done. That fasten front of pole 16, the horizontal frame. Not sure if these are those. Do not make this thing easy. Wrapped in here tight. That down there. Again, they're not labeled, so I guess as good as ours. Which one goes where? Do not look like the same here. So if this is correct, then these would go. That doesn't look right. Right either. These need. Alright. And the problem when you don't label stuff here. So which poles are which? It just has 9 and 8, so looks like this. Goes in here like so. Goes in here like so and connects. There's other holes. So now let's find screws. 9. 9. Those are 9s. Right? Let's not get hit in the head. So those are 9 and then 8s are the nuts. So this would go through this like so. That goes in. Nut on the inside. Like that. These ones go in. Do one at a time. Let's go. Zoom in a 9 again. The 9s. Actually, no, it's 15. 15. There. Pick this one up. Okay. In there. This tightens it. We want to use this little pad in between there. Let's lift this off. Okay, that's done. Okay, next is the netting. I feel like I missed some steps, so that's that. What are these pieces here? No. Strange. I'm not seeing where those pieces go at all. Okay, well, let's tighten everything up. Seems like it's a time to tighten things up. These actually go back behind this and rest here. There's a little ledge in the back. I need to get better tools. Okay, back again with better tools. So let's make sure it's a little big. No, this will work. Just go around tightening everything. These attachments have to go behind this thing. Okay, all of them look sturdy. Okay, get these ones in front. Okay, cool. Alright, that's good. They say now we install the net. Okay, so let's get up in that. Let's see how easy this is. I just want to open it up. Let's see where it connects. Obviously, this is on the outer side. So it looks like this would go here. So the net doesn't slide down or anything. It just kind of slides on this. Hooks in there, I think. Hooks in there. Hooks in here. And then hooks in here. Alright. These extend. Okay, well that's good to know. These extend too. Okay. So let's go. Obviously use these clamps here that it comes with to connect it all. So see how this works. So they just go clip through there like so. That's it. And it goes like that. Okay. Seems easy enough. These pins, so then these would go right like this. You unscrew these, come through here like this, come through like that, and then tighten them. Just double check that so they go through and out. So I think I did that wrong. Let's just double check this. So this side, the end of the hole, you know what? These holes all need to be on top. That sucks. So those are on top, these are on bottom. So these ones then would go through, it goes through like this, it connects just like that, and then that goes around, I think. Let it go the other way. That's not going through. It has to go like this. Right? And this has to go like, right? That's the only way it will work. See, but the only thing is, then that happens. Yeah, that's how it works. Goes in through like this. And like so. And so these don't really tell you. Okay, we gotta fix these because these poles have to have the hole facing up. So that wasn't very clear, so let's fix that. Holes facing up. Like my dad always says, it's always pays to have the right tools than better tools, even though they gave you no tools.
So this feeds in through here. And this comes in, hooked in here like so. And then that goes on like that. And then let's fix the back one here. That is good. That's resting on there. Take this now, come up through here. What we might want to do is, actually this net needs to be inside. So can we flip it over? Like so. That's how it's supposed to be, on the inside like that. So that's down on the inside, that's down on the inside. Cool. This one already looks good on the inside. And this one, hey, good stuff. So then that extends out like so. That extends like so. Now those are extended, so now I take these pins. These pins go through this to not bring this up. They go here like that, I think. Yep, hold that through, so that holds that down. So make sure those pins go. Yeah, that's correct. So those pins go through like there. Okay. We get to these straps here. And they just hook around those things. These ones go on the net. That's gay. Take a long one and a short one, I guess. What sense does that make? Why wouldn't they just be longer? So that goes down like that. Not really sure. Now let's add. This Velcro is stupid. Terrible way to put together the net system. Yes, my opinion. Okay, now that we got that in place, then we're going to add this pull system. This connects to that 9. Let's find 9 again. Port 9. 9 and 8. So that goes through here. So 9 and 8. Currently, I'm all out of screws. And then this goes over here. So then this. You got to make sure that screw hole points down. And then there's different lengths to attach that. So this goes through here. All right, so well, that just tightens and can be adjusted. All right, there are different lengths to adjust it. It looks like I only have a bigger screw left, so must have went raw somewhere. Let's go here to prop this forward, prop the net forward. Let's do it when, of course, the hoop is up. So right, this is in there good. Let's now adjust it. Move this hoop up. Okay, that's in there. That's in there. That's good. Push that as far forward as possible. Make it more sturdy. Okay, that's good. Let's shoot on it. Let's see how it works. Here's the Dr. Dish iC3 system in action. All right. Simply comes down. You miss a shot. Comes around. Comes right through. Works pretty well. Comes out a little slow. Like I'd like maybe the pitch to be greater on the machine so it rolls a little faster. But definitely will train your shot to shoot over that net. Get the touch going. Saves you from rebounding a lot of shots. Definitely feeling a little rusty. But this way you can get up way more shots to practice. For the most part, it always will rebound for you. Send the rebound back out. So it does a good job catching most all the balls. So it allows you to really focus to work on your shot. So you can take the time, make the adjustments since it comes back to you. Oh, there's a time it doesn't catch it. It does have a tendency to not always go in the hoop. Ooh, airball. That was terrible. There you go. Just need a little warm up. Get the touch going. Oh, that one's off. But you can see it works pretty well because you rebound, you can adjust it, moving it from side to side, be able to get the rebounds you want. Dr. Dish iC3. The Dr. Dish iC3 review. So one thing I really like about the Dr. Dish iC3 review, it's a really sturdy hoop. It's got a high net system. The net's really good. You can see through it. It works well. The one thing that really helps keep it stabilized is this system in the back here where it has that extension. So where it connects to the base of the hoop, the stand of the hoop, you can see it come across and connects. That really holds it in place. So it works really well. The inserts that connect to hook on the rim work really well. It is heavier than a lot of your hoops. So because it's portable and it has the wheels, it adds more weight to it. So even though it's supposedly portable with the wheels on it and you can take it, kind of fold it down, it's much heavier than some of the other bases on it. The attachment here, this attachment here, where you screw it and tighten it to move this base to swivel where it rebounds, it gets loose fairly frequently. That's something I definitely would create like a better locking system to work it in there. But it holds really stable against the backboard because of this. The net has this Velcro system on it where it attaches to the base of the hoop here. So you can see the Velcro pulls in and hooks the netting system in here. I worry that won't last. When putting this all together, there's a challenge when it comes to the fact that it has no tools and all the bags are not labeled from a screw standpoint. So they should definitely label the screws where it tells you to simplify the install instructions. Other than that, like it's a really good system. It rebounds the ball well. I find it's a great system to get to be able to shoot and have it rebound for you for not getting an automated system where you're paying $2,000. It's only around $500 to be able to get this. And you can get up a lot of shots in a very short period of time. So I highly recommend the Dr. Dish iC3 rebounding system. If you would like, you can go to links below for an affiliate commission. If you want to help the channel out, you can purchase this net system and get it today. And hopefully that was helpful to get the iC3 Dr. Dish rebounding shooting training machine or system. All right. Thank you. Okay, time for the review. I just installed the Dr. Dish iC3 basketball rebounder. Let's talk about the pros. Let's talk about the cons. Obviously, this comes in close to $500, which is higher than a lot of the other ones on the market. You guys heard me review Galax, which I like, which is only about $200 to $250. It's almost half the price of this. So a few things. The net is nice and high, which is really good. I like the way they position where you hook the net in. Seems to work well. The Velcro, how you attached, I see that wearing out in time, so not great. I like how high you extend it. This is a lot heavier than the Galax, so it takes a lot more effort to lift it up. And that's partly because I put the wheels on it to try to make it portable, which I don't know if you'd ever want to wheel this in your truck and then try to take to a park or any of that stuff. Doesn't seem as portable. I love how they included this back strap here that put pressure against the pole, which I think you can easily do with other things on the market with just like PVC. But I love how you can tighten it so it positions and pushes it forward, so it secures it in there a lot better. Overall, it works like a good rebounding system. I don't think it comes off this super fast, so it's still fairly slow on how it comes to rebounding. I'd like to see maybe a greater pitch here, greater angle here. Obviously, it's not perfect. Sometimes if you miss, it hits high off the backboard or the rim, and it shoots off and it doesn't, hit the rebounder. Overall, though, the net is much higher, I think. I have to double check. I would definitely fix the Velcro on how you attach the net down here. There should be a better mechanism for that. Something that's more durable as opposed to the Velcro. I see that with the sun, it's going to get wore out pretty quickly, especially for the price tag you're paying. This is more of a premier rebounding system. You got the Dr. Dish logo. It comes in, it really slows the ball down because the net, the angle of it. So when you make the shot or miss it, see, it can hit the rim a lot of times and slow down the time it gets you a rebound. So if I miss, right, it can bounce off that rim. But overall, it goes in pretty smooth. It comes down, it comes out. I don't know how long this net will last for with those Velcro straps. You can obviously use maybe other things. It doesn't seem that great how it just hooks onto the net and comes down. Be nice to see if there was like eye hooks or something that you could do and just do like zip ties or something that'd be more effective, or like a bungee system or something that has some elastic bands that really pulls in. But overall, it works well. It's a lot sturdier and sits more upright, and that's because of this brace system in the back. So if Galax is listening and other rebounders, this is really crucial to add that so it pitches that net forward and makes it much more sturdy on the backboard and rim. The little rubber systems that you install on that seems a little, they're okay. They work, they feed in. The main thing is this pitch system that pushes it forward by pushing it against the backboard. Granted, if you don't have something that can do that, and there's multiple adjustment angles to connect it, but overall, it's a good rebounding system. Would I spend the additional money to get the Dr. Dish one over the Galax one? No, I would not. I don't think it is worth it. It is a really good rebounding system. And if you want, links are below. Obviously, affiliate commissions, all that great stuff. It is a really good one. There's a lot of things that are really good about it with the higher net and all that. And I'll compare the two as well. So here's to Dr. Dish, and here's to the iC3 rebounding or shot trainer. If you want one, go to the link below, order one today. Wish you the best. Here's to working on your game and getting better. Well, can't always make them, right? But it rebounds right back to me. Take care.